So today, we're going to dig into a really provocative idea about attraction. It's called the missing half, and it's a theory that suggests the very thing you think makes you a great partner might actually be what's driving love away. Think about this for a second. We're all taught that kindness is, a pillar of attraction. But what if that's only half the story? What if your deep-seated kindness is, without you even realizing it, creating a deal breaker in your relationships? I bet you know this playbook. Maybe you've even used it yourself. You listen for hours, you watch whatever she wants to watch, you try to anticipate her every need, you give her everything you can possibly think of. You're trying to be the perfect, nice guy. And then you hear these 5 words. And man, that phrase can be absolutely crushing, right? Because it just flips all your good intentions upside down. You thought you were giving this amazing gift, but somehow it was received like a burden. How does that even happen? Well, this brings us to what's known as the nice guy paradox. It's this weird, counterintuitive dynamic where the more you give, the less you seem to get back. It's a huge frustration, and it's got roots not just in psychology, but deep in our biology. And look, this isn't just a feeling or some kind of fluke. The source material for this explainer points to a really stark psychological principle. Constantly giving without any real pushback doesn't fuel attraction. It can actually kill it. It's a tough pill to swallow for sure, but you have to understand it to see the real dynamics at play. So if that kind of constant people-pleasing giving isn't the answer, what is? Well, the theory we're jumping into today is called the missing half. And it suggests a totally different way of looking at what really draws us to another person. Okay, so what is it? At its core, the missing half theory says that we aren't really searching for a mirror image of ourselves. Instead, what we're subconsciously looking for is someone who completes us. The puzzle piece analogy is perfect. You're not looking for an identical piece, right? No, you're looking for the one that fits perfectly into your empty spaces. This really challenges that old saying that birds of a feather flock together. The idea that we want someone with all the same hobbies and personality traits. The missing half theory argues for something way deeper, a search for completion. We're drawn to people who have the strengths we're missing, creating a whole that's just so much greater than its individual parts. And you see this play out everywhere, don't you? A quiet introvert might just be mesmerized by a fearless extrovert. Someone who struggles with insecurity might be powerfully drawn to a partner who just radiates this unshakable confidence. We crave the qualities in other people that we wish we had in ourselves. It's this powerful, almost magnetic force. But, and this is a big but, this incredibly powerful drive for completion, it has a dark side, a really dark side. Because when the person who completes you is pulling you towards darkness, that magnetic attraction can become incredibly dangerous. To really understand how high the stakes can get, we have to look at one of history's most chilling case studies. The year is 1963. In Manchester, England, a quiet young woman named Myra Hindley meets a man named Ian Brady. And their meeting, well, it would unleash a darkness that became infamous. So let's just break down this dynamic. Hindley was described as quiet, intelligent, but she was desperately seeking a leader. And Brady? He was her polar opposite. He was dominant, he was powerful, and he projected this chilling, terrifying confidence. In the most destructive way you can imagine, he was her missing half. Her desire to feel complete in his presence, to get that leadership quality she felt she was missing, it was so overwhelmingly strong that she began to dismantle her own humanity. She literally started to kill her own empathy just to align herself with him. She wasn't just in love with him, she was completely consumed by this need to feel whole through him. And this dynamic, as we know, eventually led them to commit some truly horrific crimes together. It is a terrifying, extreme example of the missing half theory. Okay, so that extreme, frankly terrifying example, it actually reveals a fundamental truth that applies to our everyday relationships. The core issue isn't about being nice versus mean. It's about passivity versus leadership. And your passivity can have a real biological impact on your partner. To get why, we need to talk about a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. Now, the easiest way to think about this is that it's the CEO of your brain. It's responsible for all the big picture stuff, planning, solving problems, and making every single decision, from what to eat for dinner to how to feel about a situation. So look at how this plays out and what we can call the cycle of exhaustion. When you're constantly passive, always saying, I don't know, what do you want to do? You are forcing your partner's prefrontal cortex to work overtime. And this isn't a metaphor. It creates real mental and physical fatigue. Your partner isn't looking for another project to manage. They're looking for a partner. When someone is with their partner, this is the ideal number of decisions they want to have to make. 0. That's it. They want the incredible relief of being able to just switch off that CEO part of their brain and trust that you've got things handled. That feeling of safety and relief, that is a massively powerful component of attraction. So really, it all boils down to this final choice. The nice boy approach offers constant agreement, but what that really translates to is passivity, and that creates a burden. The alternative is a partner who offers confident leadership, and this is not about being a dictator. It's about providing the profound gift of relief. And that leaves us with this final crucial question you have to ask yourself. In your relationship, are you providing that strength, that leadership that lets your partner feel safe and relieved? Are you a true partner, or have you accidentally become just one more responsibility?